All right, so for unit structure tonight, we're gonna rock Shout on the right, I'm on the left, 2 in the front and 3 in the back. Marcus X, at your discretion, you'll be able to go left or right depending on where the vehicle is, being that you got a K9 with you tonight. We wanna make sure that we are being clear in our communications, that we're being alert. If you see an obstruction, let the unit know. Other than that, let's have a safe patrol tonight.
Code word is action.
Yes, sir.
In Highland Hills, an area battling some of the highest incarceration rates in Texas, 2 grassroots groups are patrolling the streets with rifles slung and a message of empowerment.
We come together to create what is commonly known now today as community engagement specialists. And what inspired it is that we wanted to get into the community, have conversation to what is misreferred to as YNs. We wanted to remind them that they're young kings and queens, and we wanted to have the conversations about what's going on in the community. So therefore, we created what is referred to as a collective group as community engagement specialists.
Yafeo Balagoon helped form what they call Community Engagement Specialists, or CES, which is a coalition between community movement builders and commissary is very necessary.
I met these brothers in the Pinks, in the apartments that we be doing documentaries in and serving the community in. I met brothers like Brother Shout, Yafeo, Ricky Perry, Kamal all that day. And from then on, I've been rocking with them through our community activism in the Greens in 2019. We created CES.
Volunteers of CES routinely walk the Highland Hills area, and most notably Estelle Village Apartments, also known as the Pinks, greeting neighbors and handing out essentials like diapers. But at night, they patrol with firearms.
Announce yourself! Secure!
The firearm is just essentially a segue for us to start dialogue, for us to start communication, so we can see what other issues that we can help address and assist with in our community. The organization of these patrols is, of course, to make sure that our community feels safe, that our elders feel comfortable, that our youth feel comfortable, that nobody has to worry about being robbed, carjacked, or anything like that.
I don't think it's necessarily just by carrying the guns. I feel like we're making the community safe more so by being present and having a presence that is there to actively deter violence. So we're not trying to intimidate nobody, especially in this community. We know people aren't scared or likely intimidated by guns, so that's not what we're doing. I think one is definitely for our own protection, just in case. However, it's also a tool that helps us engage the community.
You know, I just didn't understand, all the arms.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't understand because this is my first time, seeing it.
You see,
I looked at my door. I seen y'all doing a video. I done seen y'all do videos before, but I didn't see no weapon. It was all casual to me.
You got to catch us at 10 o'clock, because this is when we normally out here doing this. You know, over the past several years that we have done this collectively, I've seen both sides of it. Majority of it, I would say, has been a positive response. The majority of it has been a response of inquiry, and they want to know the details of what and why. And so part of this is that we educating the community about their rights as far as legalities of being able to bear arms.
The Texas Constitutional Carry Law, House Bill 1927, allows almost anyone 21 or older who isn't otherwise barred to not only own, but openly or conceal carry a holstered handgun with no permit or training required. Long guns, such as an AR-15, have never needed a license, and only a short list of places such as schools, polling sites, and bars remain off limits. Yet the freedom to carry is not matched by the equal freedom from gunfire. As black men 18 to 24 are almost 11 times more likely to be murdered with a firearm than their white peers.
And we just making sure ain't nobody breaking their houses.
And armed with a deep grasp of those statutes, CES wields their legal know-how not as an intimidation tactic, but as a springboard for civic action.
You see certain sides of us. One side you see, the money you see the community garden in the back, right? Because we got the garden in the background. The purpose of that is so the community come together to participate with us. You see the diapers. We ain't got no problem giving out diapers.
So y'all not no kind of militant group?
No, we very militant. But here's the thing. We're concerned about what's going on in Highland Hills. What did I tell you last week? My man here, he ran for city hall, ran for city council. See him, Devontae.
Okay.
So what I told you, what I've been telling you, if you see one of my people on the ballot, if you could take into consideration, think about the work that they've been doing in this community, vote for them if you believe in it.
Also, we are environmental activists. We do environmental bus tours. We go to the EPA meetings. We speak to the EPA. We were very instrumental in getting Lane played and cleaned up by the EPA. And we know that through lead poisoning, arsenic, chromium, and other poisoning, it affects people's mentals, their health. And so we want to come in and really educate this community about what's being done to them, whether their community is being poisoned or they're illegally taxing at the corner store.
And where darkness and gunfire overlap, their nightly walks with rifles aim to stop the next bullet before it starts.
But keep in mind, I want to express this. We're not the first to do this in this community. There was a group called African American Men Against Narcotics many years ago, organized in 1988 by Fahim J. Minka in this very community.
But what we're doing, no one else is there to do. We're challenging the pushers and the drug houses directly.
Tonight on Frontline, the Dallas drug war.
So it is though we are continuing the work, continuing the mantle of our predecessors, and we're getting similar responses. I think a lot of folks find some great benefit with seeing us out here being concerned on dates like what occurred on July 4th, where there was a mini shootout here in Highland Hills. And guess what? We was out there. So we try to make ourselves present. We try to be active in the community. We try to show folks that we care. And that's why we haven't given up on the Pinks, even though a couple of weeks back there was a shooting that took place where we had children outside. We was organizing on Father's Day. We still here. We still present. Our thing, number one, is we want to create the example. We realize that, hey, number one, we can't solve everything, and we're not saying that we can solve everything. But what we can do is say that we're trying to provide a solution. And so that's what I think the response of the people has been. They have seen us, our hearts and our desire is to apply a solution that's coming directly with love.
Well, tonight, neighbors and community activists gathered in Dallas' southern sector 4 days after a man was gunned down over what they say was a simple dispute. They lit candles in his memory and challenged each other to find a way to stop the violence for good. NBC 5's Allie Spilliards was there.
Healing is what brought us here today.
Just feet from the site of this week's murder, frustrated neighbors gathered.
We're trying to take care of our families, Heavenly Father.
Pretty much just coming to this community with love, letting them know that despite, tragic events like this, people still need love. The children out here, they still want to feel safe and feel cared about.
Black Dallas founder Devontae Peters gathered with members of community movement builders at the Estelle Village Apartments to hand out resources like juice and snacks for kids, baby clothing, and diapers.
There is a root problem to this.
After they held a candlelight vigil for 36-year-old Quentin Brown. Brown died after he was shot in this parking lot Tuesday afternoon.
By patrolling with lawful firearms, CES aims to shield Highland Hills from gun violence, but their presence is also a megaphone, sparking hard conversations about policing, poverty, pollution, and policy that echo through communities of color nationwide. Proof that protection and prevention began with a visible resolve and an insistence on being heard.
I think we all pretty much want to see, Highland Hills specifically, not one of the leading neighborhoods where they get incarcerations in this whole state. I think we want to see opportunity here, a light shined on here. We want to see the people in this neighborhood to have a voice, especially with the politicians, their leaders, their elected officials. We want to have that conversation with them too. We won't want the politicians to look down on this community, to be able to see them as humans, to have a voice, and then just other resources to pour in this community. This is a community that has been traditionally under-resourced and underfunded, and so we would like to see that change. And we also want to see like violent crime and be shifted in a different direction. We want Black people here, Hispanic people, whoever lives here in this neighborhood. I know it's primarily Black, and the Hispanic community is growing here. We just want each other to work together here in Highland Hills.